Circadian rhythms refer to the natural, internal processes that govern our body's sleep-wake cycle and many other important physiological functions. These rhythms are influenced by external cues, such as daylight and darkness, and are regulated by a complex network of biological systems that work together to maintain our overall health and well-being. Sticking to a routine that is in sync with our circadian rhythms can have a significant impact on our physical and mental health. This is because our bodies are designed to operate on a specific schedule, and disrupting this schedule can cause a wide range of negative effects. For example, one of the most important functions of our circadian rhythms is to regulate our sleep patterns. When we stick to a consistent sleep schedule that is in sync with our body's natural rhythms, we are more likely to get the high-quality, restorative sleep that our bodies need to function properly. On the other hand, when we disrupt our sleep schedule by staying up late, sleeping in on the weekends, or experiencing jet lag, we can throw our circadian rhythms out of whack. This can lead to a range of negative symptoms, including fatigue, irritability, difficulty concentrating, and even depression. In addition to regulating our sleep patterns, our circadian rhythms also play a crucial role in regulating many other physiological functions, including hormone production, metabolism, and immune function. When we stick to a consistent routine that is in sync with our body's natural rhythms, we can help to optimize these functions and keep our bodies functioning at their best. For example, studies have shown that people who stick to a consistent meal schedule that is in sync with their circadian rhythms are more likely to maintain a healthy weight and avoid overeating. This is because our bodies are better able to regulate hunger and metabolism when we eat at regular intervals throughout the day. Similarly, people who stick to a consistent exercise routine that is in sync with their circadian rhythms are more likely to see benefits from their workouts. This is because our bodies are better able to regulate energy levels and recover from exercise when we exercise at consistent times each day. Overall, there are many reasons why sticking to a routine that is in sync with our circadian rhythms is so important for our health and well-being. By optimizing our sleep patterns, regulating our hormone production and metabolism, and supporting our immune function, we can help to keep our bodies functioning at their best and avoid the negative effects of circadian disruption. So if you want to feel your best and stay healthy, it's important to pay attention to your body's natural rhythms and stick to a consistent routine that works for you. Samantha had always struggled with her sleep. She would stay up late into the night, scrolling through her phone or watching TV, and then struggle to get out of bed in the morning. Her mood was often low, and she felt sluggish and unproductive throughout the day. But one day, Samantha decided to take control of her sleep schedule. She did some research on circadian rhythms and learned about the importance of sticking to a consistent sleep schedule that was in sync with her body's natural rhythms. Samantha started by setting a consistent bedtime and wake-up time each day, even on the weekends. She also made sure to avoid bright screens and stimulating activities for at least an hour before bed, to give her body time to relax and prepare for sleep. At first, it was challenging for Samantha to stick to her new routine. She struggled to fall asleep at her new bedtime and found it difficult to resist the urge to check her phone before bed. But she persisted, reminding herself of the benefits of a consistent sleep schedule and the negative effects of circadian disruption. Over time, Samantha began to notice a significant improvement in her sleep quality and overall well-being. She found that she was falling asleep more quickly and waking up feeling more refreshed and energized. Her mood improved, and she felt more focused and productive throughout the day. Samantha also noticed that her appetite and metabolism seemed to be more regulated when she stuck to a consistent sleep schedule. She found that she had more energy for exercise and was able to maintain a healthy weight more easily. Overall, Samantha was amazed at the positive effects that sticking to a consistent routine had on her life. She felt more in control of her sleep and her health, and was grateful for the increased energy and well-being that came with it. From that day forward, Samantha made a commitment to prioritize her circadian rhythms and stick to a consistent routine that worked for her. She knew that it wasn't always easy, but she also knew that the benefits were well worth the effort. And with each passing day, she felt more confident and empowered in her ability to take control of her health and well-being. Andrew had always been a bit of a night owl. He loved staying up late, playing video games, or watching TV until the early hours of the morning. But lately, he had noticed that his sleep schedule was starting to take a toll on his health and well-being. Andrew found himself feeling sluggish and irritable throughout the day, struggling to focus on his work or stay alert during meetings. He also noticed that he was gaining weight and struggling to maintain a healthy diet and exercise routine. Despite these negative effects, Andrew found it difficult to break out of his late-night habits. He would try to go to bed earlier, but found himself tossing and turning, unable to fall asleep. He knew that he needed to make a change, but he just wasn't sure how. As time went on, Andrew's sleep schedule continued to spiral out of control. He found himself staying up later and later each night, and then sleeping in until midday on the weekends. His mood continued to suffer, and he found himself feeling more and more isolated and disconnected from the world around him. Andrew knew that he needed to take action, but he didn't know where to start. He tried cutting out caffeine and avoiding screens before bed, but nothing seemed to make a difference. He felt trapped in a cycle of late nights and sleepless mornings, unable to break free. Finally, Andrew decided to seek help. He talked to a sleep specialist who helped him understand the importance of circadian rhythms and the negative effects of circadian disruption. With the specialist's guidance, Andrew was able to develop a plan for getting his sleep schedule back on track. It wasn't easy, but Andrew persisted. He started by setting a strict bedtime and wake-up time each day, even on the weekends. He also made a point to avoid screens and other stimulating activities before bed, to help his body relax and prepare for sleep. Over time, Andrew began to notice a significant improvement in his health and well-being. He felt more energized and alert throughout the day, and his mood improved. He was able to maintain a healthier diet and exercise routine, and even started to lose some of the weight he had gained. Andrew realized that by prioritizing his circadian rhythms and sticking to a consistent routine, he was able to take control of his health and well-being. He felt empowered and confident in his ability to make positive changes in his life, and knew that he never wanted to go back to his old, unhealthy habits. Jordan Peterson, the Canadian clinical psychologist and professor of psychology at the University of Toronto, has spoken extensively about the importance of circadian rhythms in maintaining optimal health and well-being. Peterson argues that by aligning our sleep patterns with our body's natural rhythms, we can improve our energy levels, mood, and cognitive function. In an interview with Joe Rogan, Peterson discusses the importance of getting enough sleep and adhering to a consistent sleep schedule, stating, "The sleep thing is really important. You have to get enough sleep, and you have to get enough sleep at the same time. And if you don't, you're going to get tired and irritable." Peterson also emphasizes the role of light exposure in circadian rhythms, stating, "It turns out that light is one of the most important things for regulating your circadian rhythms. You need to get outside in the morning and get some sunlight, and then avoid blue light in the evening." In his book, 12 Rules for Life, Peterson devotes an entire chapter to the importance of maintaining a consistent sleep schedule. He writes, "You need to regulate your sleep so that you can wake up in the morning and feel alert and refreshed. That means going to bed at the same time every night and waking up at the same time every morning. It means avoiding naps and caffeine in the afternoon and evening, and avoiding screens for at least an hour before bed." Peterson also discusses the negative effects of circadian disruption, stating, "When you disrupt your circadian rhythms, you can end up feeling tired, irritable, and depressed. Your cognitive function can suffer, and you may find it difficult to concentrate, remember things, or make decisions." In conclusion, Jordan Peterson emphasizes the importance of circadian rhythms in maintaining optimal health and well-being. He stresses the importance of getting enough sleep, adhering to a consistent sleep schedule, and regulating light exposure. By aligning our sleep patterns with our body's natural rhythms, we can improve our energy levels, mood, and cognitive function, and avoid the negative effects of circadian disruption. Our bodies are finely tuned machines with intricate systems and processes that work together to keep us healthy and functioning at our best. One of the most important of these systems is our circadian rhythm, the internal clock, that regulates our sleep-wake cycles and influences many other aspects of our health and well-being. By following our circadian rhythms, we can become more optimal humans with improved energy levels, mood, and cognitive function. If we take the time to understand our body's natural rhythms and work with them, rather than against them, we can unlock a whole new level of vitality and well-being. To begin with, it's important to establish a consistent sleep-wake schedule. This means going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on the weekends. By doing this, we can help regulate our body's internal clock and ensure that we get the right amount of sleep each night. It's also important to be mindful of light exposure, particularly in the morning. Exposing ourselves to natural sunlight early in the day can help regulate our circadian rhythms and improve our mood and energy levels. Conversely, avoiding bright screens and artificial light in the evening can help us wind down and prepare for a restful night's sleep. But following our circadian rhythms isn't just about sleep. It's also about optimizing our daily routines and activities. By paying attention to the times of day when we feel most alert and productive, we can structure our work and leisure time accordingly. For example, if we know that we tend to be most focused and productive in the morning, we can prioritize our most important tasks for that time of day. Ultimately, following our circadian rhythms is about working with our bodies rather than against them. It's about recognizing that we are not machines, but living organisms with unique needs and rhythms. By embracing our natural rhythms and making them a priority in our lives, we can become more optimal humans with improved health, well-being, and quality of life. So, I challenge you to follow your circadian rhythms and see how it can positively impact your life. Take the time to establish a consistent sleep-wake schedule, be mindful of light exposure, and structure your daily routines and activities around your body's natural rhythms. You may be surprised at how much more vibrant and alive you feel, and how much more you can achieve when you work with your body's natural cycles.